I'm starting to think that Roy Jones is actually addicted to knockout defeats. Like the man's addicted to being knocked out. How else could you explain the fact that he wants to keep not only getting back in a boxing ring, but fighting people way younger than him that have the ability to render him unconscious? Why else would Roy Jones still be doing that? What is he in his 50s now? He now says that he's in talks to fight Tommy Fury in Saudi Arabia, despite a 30-year age difference. I mean, Tommy Fury fighting the likes of KSI and Jake Paul, okay, cool. No problem with that whatsoever. It's novices fighting each other. But Tommy Fury fighting a 50 something year old Roy Jones, that's wrong. If it's an exhibition fight and it's just a little move around and nobody's throwing any serious punches, I guess. But if it's supposed to be a serious contest, shame on Tommy Fury for taking it. Let's hope that it's the former and not the latter. Because this guy, Roy Jones, I mean, I have to go as far as saying that he's sick. like Roy Jones is sick. What kind of guy in his 50s, after all the terrible knockout defeats he's suffered, would want to keep getting back in there against guys who are literally young enough to be his son, grandson? Like, come on. Roy Jones says he is 75% confident the bout against the 10-0 Brit will take place. There's a quote here from Roy Jones. He says, "Me and Tommy Fury is a great idea. John Fury initially said he wanted to fight Mike Tyson. So I said, if you're all going to do that, let's go and make an all-out card. If John fights Mike, I'll fight Tommy on the undercard or as the co-main. That would be awesome, right?" And Tommy Fury said, "All right, let's fight for real." So I said, "Whoa, okay, that might work, but I need to get these knees right first." You got them old knock knees, you know. Yo, that's going to take me a little bit of time. Not a lot of time, 6 to 8 weeks, but we're in talks. It's being negotiated. It's a really interesting fight. No, it's a really horrible fight. He goes on to say, if the money is right, it will be good. But if it's not crazy, astronomical amount, why would I do it? Now that's more like it. Please don't pay this guy an astronomical amount. He says, I haven't heard any more about John Fury and Mike Tyson, but Tommy Fury said, hey, we can still do our thing and do our own exhibition, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read the whole quote out here. At least Roy Jones has sense enough to be looking for a giant payday against Tommy Fury. I mean, even then, your health is your wealth. So it isn't something I would endorse, even if they're paying Roy Jones Jr. 100 million, right? If it's going to be a serious fight, that is. But it obviously wouldn't be as bad if it was 100 million as it would be if they're paying him, I don't know, 500 grand. What would be far more interesting to me, and I'm sure most of you, would be John Fury versus Mike Tyson, because all we've heard from John Fury for the past, 10 years or more is what a tough guy he is, and he's willing to fight anyone in the world, and nobody in his age bracket can beat him, and he's called out David Haye, and he said he would chin Tony Bellew. I mean, good God. For a guy whose professional boxing record is as modest as it is, he's got an incredible amount of mouth, John Fury has. And I know he says he was this incredible bare knuckle fighter, but no one has ever been able to produce any video footage of any of his bouts. He said he had some fight in Ireland against the bare knuckle champion over there back in the days for 100 grand, but he can't even remember what the guy's name is. I mean, if I fought a guy for 100 grand, I'd never forget his name for the rest of my life, even if I lost. I mean, good God. John Fury claims he can't remember the guy's name who he fought for 100 grand. 100 grand, I have to imagine, is way more money than he made for any of his professional boxing matches, but he can't remember the guy's name. I mean, isn't that something? Look, I'm not saying John Fury isn't a tough guy. He's a tough guy, but I think his story is not just highly embellished, incredibly, astronomically embellished. I think he's exaggerating to an extreme extent in terms of the things he's done in his life. So I would like to see John Fury back up his boasts and actually get in there and have it with Mike Tyson. They're both around the same age. John Fury thinks he's kept himself in better shape than Mike Tyson has. Let's see it. I would certainly expect Mike Tyson to tear through John Fury. Even at Mike's advanced stage, I'd expect him to tear through John Fury. Then again, who knows? Maybe John Fury would do a similar job to Mike Tyson to what we saw. What's the guy's name now? The last guy to beat Mike Tyson, the Irish guy. God, his name escapes me. Probably best that it does escape me. God, what's his name? Big 6'6" Irish guy. Oh, I can't remember his name now. I've seen that fight several times. Can't even remember his name. But the last fight Mike Tyson had was against a big Irish guy who stopped him. Mike Tyson basically quit in that fight. Maybe John Fury could do a similar job on him to that guy. I doubt it, but you never know. And if John Fury was able to do that, it would be the crowning achievement of his life, other than fathering his son Tyson. In terms of his own fighting achievements, that would be the absolute pinnacle. That would be the ultimate for John Fury if he were to beat Mike Tyson, even at this advanced stage. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. The possibility of Tommy Fury fighting Roy Jones, the guy who seems to be addicted to getting knocked out, and John Fury going up against Mike Tyson. I just remembered the Irish guy's name, Kevin McBride, of course. Kevin McBride. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.